of local sports in the Black Hills. And now we take you to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth.
Looks like we were interrupting a really hard-hitting journalism segment on Fox Sports Rapid City Saturdays, but welcome into the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-side Saturday baseball here for Post 22. Dylan Corbett with you. Matt Kearney returning to the producer's chair back in the studios. Ricky Larson to my left. And let's welcome you into the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show. You can find them on East Philadelphia. For the best auto body work and customer service in the Black Hills, it's J&J Truck and Auto Body. Hope you grab your cup of joe this morning. Early start for the Hardhats. They've got a doubleheader this morning in Omaha, and then we wrap up our time here carrying in a tournament record of 3-0, a win in each day so far, and hoping to wrap it up with 2 wins here this morning before hitting the road and getting out of here back to the Black Hills. Should be about an 8-hour drive heading on back. And then a busy week coming up as well with the Firecracker looming in just a week. In fact, we'll play 2 a week from today to kick off that classic at the Fitz. And looking forward to that. We also take a trip to Mitchell on Tuesday and then home on Wednesday. So, yeah, get ready for a bevy of games as the thick of the summer is upon us. Let's learn a little bit about both these sides, as the Hopkins Flyers will be our 4th opponent here in Omaha. They carry in a small record of just 1-3. Hardhats, of course, much more games underneath their belt. They're 24-9. Remember, they were 7-6 after a slow start to the season. They have since gone 17-3 over their last 20 games, including a revenge victory yesterday, 7-4 over Gillette. Of course, we lost to Gillette to open up the season on the road. Mason Messenger helped it at the top of the order, 2 for 4 runs scored, a ribby as well. Bachman extended his hit streak to 6 games. He had an RBI triple, and Ryan Schmidt starting to swing a hot bat once again, 2 for 2. He was perfect at the plate. He reached base 3 times, including a walk and a ribby. Hopkins lost to Renner 1-0 on Thursday. They went to lose to Fort Collins yesterday, 7-5. So hopefully catching them at a good point here to the Hardhats on getaway day. We've got Hopkins due up here with first pitch in about 6 minutes or so. And then following that, we'll have about a 20 to 30-minute break before rejoining you here on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV with our game, the final one here in Omaha against the Bryant Black Sox from Arkansas, Post 298. About 5 minutes away from first pitch. Still to come, we've got our starting lineups as well as our keys to the game. That's on the way. The J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show continues next after this 2-minute break. Dylan Corbett back here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-sides. Let's get to the starting lineups here as we're about moments away from first pitch, post 22, and they're all white unis. About to wrap up their warm-ups on the field, just playing catch down the line currently, and we should have our first pitch here in just a little bit. Hopkins and post 22, this Hopkins team, state qualifier in the spring. So they do have talent. Unfortunately, it hasn't translated here so far in the Omaha Classic, but we shall see. Maybe they came out here ready to rock at 9 a.m. local time. A little bit of rain this morning, but of course the beautiful field here at Creighton Prep can withstand anything, all turf, all the way from pole to pole, entire field. I'm sure Post 22 taking some notes, says this is what they hope to have with their new renovations to the fits, of course, coming from their grant they received this past couple of months or so. So looking forward to how that turns out. Certainly a great example here at Creighton Prep. Withstanding the rain, and we're set for an overcast start to Game 1 between Hopkins and Post 22. Let's get to our starting lineups. They're built by Connect Home Center and Ace Hardware. Connect Home Center, your hometown lumberyard since 1928, and Ace Hardware, Ace is the place. For Hopkins, it'll be Wyatt Nelson in center field. Luke Polyak is in left. Jake Perry will bat third and man third base. Kyle Chiriboga is the DH, and he'll clean up. Sam Sickink is the catcher. Will Stein will be in right field batting sixth. Kyle Fiducia is up the middle at shortstop. David Campbell at the bag at first, and Jason Schumacher will be the second baseman. Pitcher on the mound, it's Nick Kanitz, and he will deal against the following Hardhat lineup. Some changes here for the first time. We saw the same lineup for the first three games of this matchup. Now some changes here on Getaway Day, the first of two. Mason Messenger, familiar face at the top. He'll play shortstop. Ryan Bachman is double play partner at second, batting second. Heggery manning the hot corner, batting third. Alex Weaver is DHing for the second straight game. He'll clean up. Blake Weaver's second straight start in left field. Chase Caldwell at the sixth spot at first base. Daniel Vigorin inserted into the starting lineup. He's in center field. T-Mac Thomas McGuire is behind the plate, the Swiss Army knife. Drew Messer out in right field. He rounds out the order for Coach Torvey. Going to send Isaac Arnold to the mound. Arnold so far, we'll get you his particulars in just a moment here as we load it up. Isaac Arnold, the ERA could use a bit of work, 6.33, and it's because the walks have been an issue. He's walked 23 batters in 21 innings. Certainly something you would like to work on. 25 strikeouts. He's also hit 5 batters. That's good for a team lead. Isaac Arnold diving into his game-by-game box scores. Again, he's never taken an at-bat so far. And his only scoreless outing came back on June 4th. This will be his make that his 8th start of the year. His only appearance out of the bullpen came on May 9th. And the only scoreless appearance so far was the 2 innings he threw in an opener situation against Sturgis, in which he secured the victory, scattered 3 hits, and no walks, struck out 2. So hoping to see something more along those lines. That'll bring us to tonight's Keys to the Game, brought to you by your local experts at Rapid City Paintless Dent Repair on 926 Main Street. Have nasty storms done a number on your vehicle? Stop putting off that nasty hail damage and get yourselves to Rapid City Paintless Dent Repair. Check this out. They got immediate openings right now. They provide you with a free estimate of your car's damage. They work with all insurance companies, provide deductible assistance as well as a lifetime warranty, and hey, they'll even provide you with a free loaner car, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. For a quality local company, trust the experts at Rapid City Paintless Dent Repair. They're on 926 Main Street. So our keys to the game is going to have to do with Isaac Arnold on the mound. Hope this isn't too critical, of course. We've got all those armchair broadcasters at home. I'm sure we'll get a relay text to me at the over-under I have at 4th inning right now, but we'll find out. Isaac Arnold, the key to the game is going to be throw strikes. Just mentioned it, the walks, more than a walk per inning. That's helped his whip up over 2. So certainly something he wants to improve on. Just go out there, throw strikes, first game of 2 before getaway day. Again, that sometimes can play a factor in whether a team's going to be swinging early in the at-bat, maybe thinking about the heavy week to come, of course the firecracker, maybe some early swings in the at-bat. That's everyone's human, right? We're all thinking the same thing, but we shall find out. So we'll see if Arnold can just throw it across the strike zone. He's got the stuff to miss bats, so why not just throw it across the plate and utilize that big fastball and see if he can get some good defensive help from behind him. So that's our keys to the game. We've got the managers meeting at home plate currently going on. Looks like we're going to get our first pitch started a little bit late here on this Saturday morning, and we'll have it for you next. We'll take one final 2-minute break of the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show.
On 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Home team will be Hopkins as they have taken the field. Going through the warm-up toss is Nick Kanitz, right-hander off the mound. Hopkins wearing the powder blue tops with white pants. Our current pitcher is repping the stirrup look for the high socks, and he'll face the first three in the Rapid City order. Messenger, Bachman, Hegre, a lethal first three. And the lineup, pretty much been a staple there for a bevy of the games. Now we're checking off the 33rd ball game here. 24-9, the record coming in, so this technically would be the 34th. Hardhats against the Flyers from Minnesota. Let's do it. No Major League action until 12 p.m. local time here, 1 o'clock Eastern. I believe it'll be the Angels and the Cardinals. It was a nice, rousing ovation for Albert Pujols in his first return to Busch Stadium since helping the Cardinals to the 2011 World Series title. Of course, chased the money out to L.A. after that. Left a sour taste in many Cardinals fans, including myself. However, we remember our heroes, and we gave him a very rousing standing ovation for his first at-bat in Busch Stadium in 7 years. Cardinals went on to win that game last night. They'll play game 2 this afternoon. All right, let's have some fun. Mason Messenger will dig in, and we're about set for a first pitch coming in about 7 minutes past the top of the hour. Looks like we're all set. Umpiring crew is ready to rock. And overcast sky greets us for the first pitch coming in. A strike called at 9:07 local time. Wherever and however you may be joining us, we thank you for doing so. 0-1. Misses outside. 1-1. Third round of the Travelers Championship is going on. Some no-names at the top of the leaderboard so far, and we'll see if that changed. The only guy ranked in terms of notoriety, I think would be Jason Day, who's 4 strokes back behind the leader. The 2-1 is grounded to short. Couple of pumps and a throw over, 6-3 put out for out number 1, and that's how we get game 1 started here. So a ground out will bring in Bachman with 1 out, nobody aboard. Canitz gets the first down on a ground ball to Fiducia up the middle. And now the first pitch to Bachman from the right-hander. In on the fist, pops it up. Shortstop's going to catch it in the air. A soft line drive in on the fists. And what do we say in the pregame show? Could be some early swings in this game. That's 5 pitches for 2 outs. Here's Matt Hegry. Third baseman will dig in. The average sparkling as usual, up over the 450 mark. Takes a pitch up and tight, 1-0. And the 1-0. Where'd that miss? 2-0. Hegry 464 as he swings through one for a 2-1 count. Team leader in RBI with 34. Team co-leader with 4 bombs. Hit one in this tournament, the only Hardhat to leave the yard so far this week. Takes a strike, and here's the 2-2. Curveball, or maybe a little action on it, but he left it up. It'll be a full count with 2 outs and nobody on. Canitz looking for a 1-2-3 first. He'll get it. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3 goes the Hardhat top of the order. We'll see Isaac Arnold take the mound next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. In the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, a scoreless first for the Hardhats. And they'll send Isaac Arnold out to the hill for the home half of the first against the Hopkins Flyers. Wyatt Nelson will lead things off, Luke Poliak to follow, and Jake Perry at the bag at third. Thomas McGuire behind the plate. Guy that can do it all. Serves as the backup catcher for this squad. Comes in 4 games like these where we've played 3 games, 3 days, and we close out our 4-day trip here with a doubleheader, so he'll get the first game and catch a strike 1 from Arnold. That's a good sign from the right-hander. So the only change defensively, as a swing and a miss, there's the heater once again, 0-2, is McGuire getting the start behind the dish. Weaver will be out in left field as Alex will DH, Blake out in left, and then Daniel Vigorin getting the start in center field. Infield, the same as usual. Pitch low, 1-2. Again, this is a key, too, where you see this with right-handers, Isaac Arnold and Jake Goebbels. They've got overpowering stuff, but when they get ahead in the count, they try and get a little fancy with it to try and get the strikeouts. Well, that was fancy, and there was the strikeout. A beautiful bender caught the inside corner, and first batter strikeout for Arnold, as that was absolutely filthy. That's probably the nastiest pitch I've seen Arnold throw all season, and this is his 8th start. Certainly kept Luke Polyak off balance in the on-deck circle. That is probably one of the weirdest batting stances I've seen all season. I mean, get any tighter. The 1-0 on South Side. 2-0, a hard crouch. His face is over the plate. It's kind of like Anthony Rizzo 2.0. And here's the 2-0. Outside corner fastball, 2-1. You got to appreciate different batting stances. Gary Sheffield, one of my favorites from back in the day. Craig Counsell obviously had a hilarious one. This is tied up for strike 2. You don't see too many wacky ones anymore. Except right here. 2-2 with 1 away. Looking for another punch out. Here's Arnold's curveball. And it's up in the zone. So it'll be a full count to the number 2 batter, to left fielder Luke Polyak. 3-2 curveball. And it's ball 4. So again, the walk per inning for Arnold that he averages, born of the walk per inning. Hurts him here in the first. Once again, a 1-out walk puts the first base runner of the early morning on. Here's the lefty, Jake Perry. Turns away from an inside fastball. It'll be 1-0. Boy, even Polyak over at the bag at first is a little accentuated with his lead. 1-0. Might have been a little high. It'll be 2-0. And again, the command becoming a bit of an issue here early on. Polyak is leaning with his hand at the bag at first. He doesn't even have that big of a lead. That should be a strike, and it is 2-1. Infield straightaway, outfield Vigorin shading Perry a little to left center, which is interesting because the lefty now has a relatively big gap in right center. There's a throw over. Jake Perry stands tall in the batter box. 2-1 from the right-hander. Popped up. Will it stay in play over by the fence? Hegre has room, and he catches it for out number 2. Good job by Hegre, feeling for the limited space he had left over by that fence toward the Hardhat bullpen, and he was able to still keep his eyes on it and make the catch, and it's a huge second out. Brings in Kyle Chiriboga with 2 away. And that runner still on first, Luke Polyak, who walked. Arnold looking for a scoreless first to match his opponent on the mound. 2 away. First pitch curveball is going to send the runner to second on a wild pitch all the way to the backstop. It'll be the 1-0 with 2 away. Pitch, outside corner strike. Good life behind the fastball for Isaac today. 1-1. Command's been pretty good, sans the 1-out walk. But still could be a clean inning here if he gets his man at the plate. Now a runner in scoring position after the wild pitch earlier this at-bat. Arnold a long stare at second. Now comes home. Ground ball. It's through to left side. It spoke too soon. They're going to send the runner home. Here comes Blake Weaver's throw. It's up the line, and that'll send the runner to second. It's 1-0 Hopkins. Polyak running on contact. He's going to score on the RBI single from the cleanup batter, Chiriboga. So the 2-out RBI puts Hopkins on top 1-0. Here's Sam Sickink, the catcher, as the innings extended. The throw moved Chiriboga up to second, so he replaces Polyak there. And now Arnold fires a pitch low and away for a ball. Arnold set with the 1-0, 2 away. Runner on second, 1-0. Hopkins jumping out in front. Pitch missing, 2-0. Arnold closing in on 20 pitches in the first inning. Canitz had just 11 in his 1-2-3 first. 2-0 is ripped, and that'll be past the glove of Hegre. This is likely going to score another run. This time Weaver makes a smart play by throwing a second to keep the runner there. But back-to-back 2-out RBI singles. Hopkins up 2-0. So that'll be a hit for Sickink, RBI as well. And the throw into second will keep him at first. Here's Will Stein, the sixth batter of the inning. 2-0 Hopkins. Strike right at the belt. Lights are on here for the dreary overcast we've got here in Omaha. Oh, 1. Missing 1-1. Breaking ball laid off. Very short lead at first for Sickink. He extends it a little. And a fastball just off the edge. It'll be 2-1. Two on. Beautiful pitch, and it's in there for strike two. Runner on first, 2-2, a big pitch here for Arnold, who is coming up on 25 pitches in the first inning. And fastball outside, 3-2. Trouble brewing if you can't get this guy at the plate, Will Stein, the sixth batter of the inning. Runner takes off on a 3-2, a generous, we'll take it. Outside corner, strike three called. Second punch out of the inning helps Arnold get out of the frame, but not before the Hopkins Flyers plate two on 2 RBI, 2-out singles. 2-0 Hopkins. Hardhats up to bat next on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
What if a bank wasn't built around money? What if it was built around you, around people who choose us as the ones to secure not only their wealth, but their dignity, their todays and tomorrows, doing great things, energizing entire communities? That is more valuable than money. And it's what we've built this bank to hold. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
In the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-sides. Dylan Corbett back here with you. Hardhats back up to bat. One down in short order, Messenger, Bachman, and Hegre in the top of the first, so we'll see the middle of the order beginning with Alex Weaver. Followed by younger brother Blake, and then Jace Caldwell. Cannets got a ground out, a pop out, and a strikeout as he ran through the order 1, 2, 3. So here's Alex Weaver. Alex Weaver, 309. The average coming in. Of his 25 hits, 6 have gone for extra bases. OPS right at 800. First pitch strike from the righty. And quickly with his 0-1. A check swing. Looks like that'll be ball 1. Quick pitcher. Love to see that. Blows one by Alex Weaver, 1-2. We'll face Bryant from Arkansas next before hitting the road. Pitch outside, 2-2. Staying alive on a 2-2 foul ball back. We'll do it again. When driving here, Ricky Larson and myself, we took, let's just say, the road less traveled. Ground ball to short. Bad throw. That's going to be an E6. Fiducia might have kind of tried to hot shot that one as his throw was in the dirt. Scoop could not be made, and Weaver will be aboard on the E6 throwing error. Let's just say the pavement ended at one point when we were heading down to Omaha, so I think we'll stick to the highway on the way back. First base runner of the game for the Hardhats, and now the first time Cannets will go to the stretch. Fires a close pitch, ruled ball 1. Blake Weaver, almost an identical stat line this season to older brother Alex. Lifts one out to right. A couple of steps back, and the catch is made for out number 1 by Stein. That'll bring in Jace Caldwell. Hardhats still looking for their first hit. Ball 1. So 1 away for Caldwell. Caldwell 306 average, 22 runs batted in, 20 runs scored. Throw back to first. As a team, they're batting .343 on the year. 15 home runs. They're chasing the total from last year of 30. Oh, there goes the bat. Heads up. That's going to go right over the Hardhat dugout. Nice snag by Drew Messer off the ricochet. He'll toss that back to Caldwell, and I think he's complaining that maybe it's a little wet out, that thing just slipped right through. I think he's going to get new batting gloves. Wow, we're going old school here. I think he's going to put some stickum on his bat. All right, so look out. Everyone's all right. A swing and a miss, and that went flying. Heads up over there, Kurt. Kurt Whitesell taking some photographs. It's in the danger zone. So after the dangerous swing and miss, Cannets will fire one across the middle. So 1-2. Alex Weaver at the bag at first. Extends his lead an extra step. 1-2 pitch, hit him. Second base runner of the inning, still without a hit. And now first and second with one away. As looked like Caldwell took that right off the kneecap, maybe lower leg. Here's Daniel Vigorin. Showing bunt, and he blasts that foul. Daniel Vigorin is first at bat since June 11th. .261 hitter. Take strike two. They took the bunt off, and now an 0-2 count with one away. He last started in Pier and went 1 for 2 with a run scored and clubbed a couple of RBI. In fact, he scored 3 runs. This is stung down the line. Fair ball. This is going to score at least one as Alex Weaver will trot on home. They are going to hold Caldwell at third. RBI double for Daniel Vigorin. Welcome back to the lineup, sir. Nice piece of hitting. Didn't try and do too much with it, just stuck the bat out, poked it down the right field line. And he's got the Hardhats on the board. The first Hardhats hit of the game as well, presented by Splash City, the #1 spa and hot tub retailer in the Black Hills. Splash City on 1024 Omaha Street, where no dream is too small or too ambitious for your backyard. First hit of the game, Daniel Vigorin. Sets things up here with one away for Thomas McGuire. Can he follow suit? T-Mac. Excuse me, it looks like it's going to be Ryan Schmidt. So Ryan Schmidt will grab the bat, and he pokes it into right. One run will score. Here comes the second runner. A 2-run RBI single for Ryan Schmidt. It was Thomas McGuire who was catching for the first inning and a half. Ryan Schmidt comes up and blasts a 2-run single. How about that? Hardhats take a 3-2 lead. So 3 runs in the frame, and now Drew Messer will round out the order with one away. Showing bunt, and whoa, they just threw it into right field. A check by the catcher, and it's going to go as an E2 as Schmidt will take second. So that puts Schmidt in scoring position. Foul tip at the plate for Drew Messer. One. Messer gets a hold of one. But it stays up for the left fielder who makes a sliding grab. Poliak, out number 2. So we'll go to the top of the order here in the top of the second. Messenger, the 7th batter of the inning. Looking to get that runner Schmidt out at second home. A ground-out victim back in the first. Chases a high fastball, 0-1. Bachman on deck. 3-2 Hardhats, highlighted by the 2-run single from Ryan Schmidt. Fly ball to center. Nelson has it. Inning over. But not before the Hardhats strike for 3. RBI double Daniel Vigorin, and then a 2-run single for Ryan Schmidt. And that'll end the inning. 3-2 Hardhats. We're through an inning and a half against Hopkins on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. So Isaac Arnold out there for his second inning of work now with his team out in front, 3-2, thanks to the offense. Ryan Schmidt, 2-run single. Daniel Vigorin, an RBI double. See if Arnold could hold on to this lead. He surrendered 2 runs on 2 hits in the first. There's the shortstop, Fiducia. Bottom of the order, 7-8-9. Arnold with 26 first-inning pitches. And a ball low. The 1-0. Chop foul at the plate. Might have been off the foot. And it'll be 1-1. See if it'll clear up throughout the day. We've got the Bryant Black Sox next. One, two. Pop foul. Looks like this will drift out of play. 1-2. You know, the Black Sox name isn't really ringing with integrity in terms of baseball, right? Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Arnold. He's got the strikeout pitch working. Like, that team was basically banished from Major League Baseball for their role in throwing the World Series way back when. So it's an interesting name choice. Bold, I would say. A check swing foul ball from David Campbell, the first baseman. 0-1 is then spiked in the dirt, 1-1. Jason Schumacher will be on deck. Hardhats leading 3-2. Chin music will get Campbell leaning out of the way, 2-1. Brushed him back like Bob Gibson. 2-1 with 1 out, nobody on. Right there down the pipe, 2-2. Oh! I don't even think that was in the batter's box. 3-2. Airmails one on a fastball that got away. Ground ball up the middle. It's a slow roller that Messenger charges. Plenty of time. Throws him out. 6-3 for out number 2. See if Arnold can get a 1-2-3 inning. He'll deal with Jason Schumacher to try and achieve that feat. 2 outs, nobody on. Hardhats a perfect 3-0 in the tournament so far. Beat Gillette, beat Fort Collins, beat Renner. In reverse order. Pitch. Strike. The 0-1. That's slowing away with a fastball. 1-1 to Schumacher, top of the order on deck. Nasty slider. Wow, 1-2. Draws a swing and a miss. And there is a swing and a miss. Another punch out. That's 4 through the order one time for Arnold. He's got 2 in the inning and a 1-2-3 second. Hardhats lead it 3-2. We head to the top of the third next. First game of 2 here on Getaway Day in Omaha. Dylan Corbett back here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Pitch home, and Bachman lines it right to the second baseman. Tough. Good piece of hitting, but wrong place. And now here's Matt Heggery, strikeout victim back in the first. Pitch up and tight. It'll be 1-0. Alex Weaver now on deck. One away on one pitch. Heggery lifts this deep out to left, and it's off the wall. Boy, just missed his second. He'll hustle into second base. That was looking like his second solo shot of the tournament. Instead, he'll settle for a one-out double. Heggery still having a very fine week at the plate. Sets things up here for the Hardhats, leading 3-2 in the top of the third against the Hopkins Flyers. One out double for Heggery brings in Weaver, who reached on an E6 and wound up scoring. That was back in the previous inning. Takes ball one. Pitch just missing. Watched by Weaver, 2-0. 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. Alex Weaver looking to drive home Heggery. 2-1, rips it down the line, foul. 2-2. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Hardhats. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the the Chase, for the Flyers. 2-2 pitch, curveball up at the eyes, got away. It'll be full to Weaver. First base is open. Full count. Pulls it foul. We'll do it again. Heggery with a double. Full count pitch once more. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to get through just off the shortstop's glove, Fiducia. It'll be a single for Weaver, and now they're at the corners. Brings up Blake Weaver, flew out to right in the previous frame. 2 runs in the first for Hopkins. Hardhats responded with 3 in the very next inning. They lead it 3-2. We're in the top of the third, 1 away, but post 22. Hungry for more with runners at the corners. Pitch up at the letters, ball 1. Canitz had a 1-2-3 first, and he's been laboring since. See if Alex wants to do some running. He's gifted a base. Wild pitch all the way to the backstop. A big turn out at second as Heggery comes home from third. Weaver will stay put at second. The wild pitch makes it 4-2 Hardhats. We'll take it. Helping out Isaac Arnold on the mound with some extra runs here in the third. And still only 1 out. Weaver will foul this one back. It's 2-1. Canitz to the plate. Pretty good pitch, and it's rule of ball. strike there. Alex out at second, Blake at the plate. 2-strike count. And in the dirt. So it'll go full to Weaver. Ground ball to the left side. Shortstop has it deep in the hole. He's going to throw with a strong arm and get him at first, as Alex will take third. So Blake Weaver, a ground out 6-3. Fiducia with a nice arm over. But in the process, Alex Weaver will move to third, and that sets up possibly wild pitch pass ball scenario. Chase Caldwell could also hit him home. He was hit by a pitch last time up. Hardhats lead at 4-2, and now 2 outs. That's down the line. Hopping out of the way of the path of the ball was Weaver. It's down the line, foul. 0-1. Good pitch. Ball 1. Now ball 2. So it'll be 2-1 to Caldwell. Looking to drive home Alex Weaver from third. Gives it a ride. Out to left, just underneath it. Camping underneath and catching the third and final out will be the man Poliak out in left, and that'll end the inning. Hardhats scratch across another run on a wild pitch. We'll take it. It's 4-2. We head into the home after the third next. Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, 4-2 Hardhats. We head into the home after the third. Isaac Arnold worked a 1-2-3 second. See if you can replicate that success here. He's got 4 punch-outs through the order once. We'll flip it up to the top for Wyatt Nelson, the center fielder, one of those strikeout victims last time. He says, not this at-bat, a first pitch single right back where it came from up the middle. So leadoff man aboard. On a rocket single lined up the middle. Sets things up for Luke Poliak. He walked and scored on an RBI single by Chiriboga earlier. Pops it up. Bachman and Caldwell over by it. It's Caldwell who will take it in just by the outfield grass. So back-to-back batters swinging at the first pitch. One of them a single. The other a lazy pop out on the infield. So with one away, here comes Jake Perry, the lefty. Popped out in foul territory to Hegre back in the first inning. Nelson takes his lead. Arnold comes home. Two-seamer outside. extending the lead over at first for Nelson. And that'll draw a throw. Again, Arnold not really wanting to try and pick off a runner. He more just lets him know, hey, I've got my eye on you, and I'm going to keep you at the bag. But that's not stopping Nelson, who's got a huge lead. He stays put for now, and it's ball 2 to Perry. Clearly drawing some attention from Arnold. Runner takes off. Great jump. Here comes the throw. He's going to slide in. Oh, now he's off the bag, and he's tagged out. Messenger staying with the play. And he is going to help out Ryan Schmidt, who will get credited with the caught stealing. Great jump, and they still get him out. Overslid the bag. Oh, heads up. Curveball behind the back of Perry. That'll make it 3-1. So now base is empty. Not anymore. Ball 4, 5 pitches. Here's Kyle Chiriboga. The DH. A 2-out walk. First pitch strike. So the DH cleanup batter now representing the tying run with 2 outs after the walk to Perry. And the 0-1. Outside. It'll be a 1-1. Breaking ball outside, laid off, 2-1. Another throw over to first, now checking on Jake Perry. Hardhats lead at 4-2. We're in the home half of the third. Coming up on 10 o'clock local time. Pitch home. Lifted out to right. Drew Messer over for it. Has it. Out number 3 to end the inning. So another scoreless inning from Isaac Arnold. After 2 runs in the first, he is settled in, and the Hardhats lead at 4-2 after 3. We head into the 4th next on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places. Because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve health care that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Lead at 4-2. We head into the 4th inning. They've scored 4 unanswered after trailing 2-0 after the first. Nick Cannett's back out there. Dylan Corbett back in here in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Matt Kearney returning to the Fox Sports Rapid City studios. Happy to have him back. Mitchell Black did a great job filling in the last couple of days. Ricky Larson, the man, the myth, the legend, to my left. Pitch. Showing bunt. Pulling it back. Called strike. Bottom of the order will be Vigorin, Schmidt, Messer. Bottom of the lineup been the run producer so far. Vigorin, a chopper to the third baseman who was in on the grass, and 5-3 put out from Perry for out number 1 on 2 pitches. Vigorin had an RBI double in the second, and then Ryan Schmidt laced a 2-run single right after. Schmidt will have the bases empty for his second at-bat with 1 away in the top of the 4th. Cannett's a quick worker, nearly hits him. 1-0. Another chance for Perry at third. 4 pitches, 2 outs. So it'll be up to Drew Messer. He flew out in the second. Boy, Bachman's going to just give me all sorts of hell if he doesn't get a hit today. I'm the curse. Every time I let him know, he's always fighting to extend that hit streak. Could be a quick inning. 5 pitches to retire the side in order. All 3 groundouts, 5-3, 5-3, 6-3. 5 pitches, the Hardhats go down, and we're halfway through this one. A quick turnaround, 4-2. The Hardhats lead by 2, and we send you into the home half of the 4th next.
Baseball on 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
So Isaac Arnold barely had time to sit down in between his pitches as he'll be out on the hill for the home half of the 4th. Hardhats lead at 4-2 in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up for Hopkins. Hopkins, a rough start to this tournament. The opposite for the Hardhats, 3-0 coming in. Looking to make it 4-0 before we send you back to Fox Sports Radio. A little 20 to 30 minute interlude, and then we wrap up the Omaha Classic with the Bryant Black Sox. That's still going to get some getting used to for me. Pitch outside to Sickink. 1-0 down beneath the zone, 2-0 to Sickink. He had an RBI single in the first. Arnold's thrown 2 scoreless innings consecutively since allowing 2 in the first. He is settled down. 4 strikeouts so far. Falls behind 3-0, however, to the leadoff batter. (3-0). 4-pitch walk to lead off the home half of the 4th. That is the 3rd walk of the game by Arnold. Brings in Will Stein, a backwards K in the first. So traffic on the base paths after just 4 pitches. Pitch on. Stein, first pitch swing, fouls it back. 0-1. So Arnold also has kept his pitch count down over the last 2 innings. He'll come in just over 50 pitches through 3. Upstairs, 1-1. So it'll be 1-1 to Will Stein, the right fielder. Kyle Fiducia up next. That's behind the batter. 3rd time that's happened. 2-1. Decent lead over at first. Runner bluffed a little bit, and a pitch up, and now it's 3-1. Leadoff walk on 4 pitches, now a 3-1 count. Will Stein is going to bail him out. Lifts it out to right. That'll help. Messer's there for out number 1. Carried a little bit, but Messer has it for the first out. So here's Fiducia, a strikeout back in the 2nd. Sick ink at first. Arnold looking for his 3rd straight scoreless frame. Nice bunt down the first baseline. Going to be a tough play, and he is safe. Caldwell fielded it, tried to tag him. And nifty base running is going to get an infield single for Fiducia. And they're at the corners, tying run now on. Or excuse me, 1st and 2nd, tying run now on. Nice drag bunt right down the first baseline. He pushed it and ran it out. So it brings up David Campbell as the potential go-ahead run in the home half of the 4th. Nick Kanitz went through 4 innings, through 58 pitches. Arnold up over 60 now with 1 out in the 4th. Turning the throw back to 2nd. Tag is right there. He got him. Sam Sickink taken out at 2nd on a nice pickoff from Arnold to Messenger. 1-6. 2 away. So now 2 outs before Campbell even sees a pitch, and the first pitch he does see is right down the pipe for a strike. Fiducia at first. Oh, 1. And it's ruled ball 1. Four-two Hardhats in the 4th. Runner takes off. Schmidt down to 2nd. Throw is offline, inner center. Fiducia doesn't realize until it's too late, so he'll stay put. Stolen bag for the shortstop. Thought there might be some running there, as it's now 2-1 to Campbell. First base opens up. 3-1. It'll be 3-1 from Arnold. First base open, and it's a chopper. Going to be a tough play for Messenger. Gloves it, and not the best runner for David Campbell, so he'll have plenty of time for the 3rd out. Another scoreless inning for Isaac Arnold. The pitch count is high, but he's strung together 3 consecutive scoreless frames since allowing 2 in the 1st. Hardhats enjoying a 4-2 lead. We send you into the 5th next on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City.
at FoxSportsRapidCity.com.
Top of the order for the Hardhats in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-sides. Candidates had a 5-pitch fourth inning. Set him down in order in 3 groundouts. Now Messenger will begin with a 1-1 count, called strike on the second pitch of the at-bat. Messenger 0 for 2 so far. Bachman 0 for 2 as well. He's on deck. One hopper to third. Perry's been busy, and he makes out number 1. Bachman 0 for 2 so far. That 6-game hit streak laying in the wind so far. He hit it hard in his last at-bat, just shot it right at the second baseman, Schumacher. Took something off, a called strike. Canitz with his 0-1. That's all the way to the backstop. He sailed it with a fastball, 1-1. Umpire's looking for it. He can't see it. It's right in front of him. There you go. 1-1 for Bachman. He'll step out, take a deep breath, dig back in. Pitch. Ripped out to left, right at Poliak. Second straight at bat. He's hit it hard and well, but right at the defender. Canitz has set down 7 straight. And here's Haggerty trying to negate that. He doubled last time in the third. First pitch strike. Canitz trailing 4-2. His offense hasn't given him anything since the first, so he's just out there throwing strikes, letting his defense do the work. Case in point, strike 2. Behind 0-2 in the count, here's the pitch home to Haggerty. Strike 3, sir. 8 in a row set down. Haggerty down on 3 pitches looking. And that'll end the top of the 5th. Hardhats still leading at 4-2. We will rejoin you for the home half of the 5th next.
FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at FoxSportsRapidCity.com.
Both teams with 4 hits apiece. However, the Hardhats winning the battle in the run column 4-2. Isaac Arnold back out there. And his first pitch in the home half of the 5th. It's grounded to the left side, past Haggerty, kept on the infield by Messenger, but a smart play to not try and throw that. It'll be an infield hit for Jason Schumacher. That's his 3rd straight inning the leadoff man has reached. So tying run Wyatt Nelson, who's 1 for 2. Arnold hovering around 70 pitches through 4 innings. Sweeping slider is laid off, 1-0. Arnold quickly into the stretch in the bottom of the fifth, 4-2 Hardhats lead, and a strike. 1-1. Arnold, a quick check at first through the corner of his eye. Goes back to that slider, ball 2. Schumacher at first, tying run potentially at the plate, and Wyatt Nelson, 4-2 Hardhats lead. No outs in the bottom of the fifth. The Bryant Black Sox due up next to cap off our doubleheader and our time here in Omaha. 2-1 is outside 3-1, and now there is action in the Hardhat pen. It's True Signhorse getting loose. Three one. Lifted out to right. Drew Messers there for the first out. Kind of got him in on the hands, but it's still carried out there. So that'll bring Luke Polyak, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. He'll get a shot to represent the potential tying run. Ducks out of the way of a slider right down the middle. Two things there. One, that was a nasty pitch. Two, his face is on the plate. Quick throw to first. Really in tight in the batter's box. 0-1. That's outside. 1-1. One pitch from Arnold, the tall right-hander. Swing and a miss. And when I mean tall, he looks older than me and Ricky combined. It'll be 1-2 with one out. Quick throw to first. It'll be a 1-2. Slider. Polyak watches it, and it'll be 2-2 with one away. Two-two pitch. Got him in on the fists, and he's going to bloop a single out into left. Boy, it nearly skipped over the top of Weaver, who has to hop up to keep that in his glove. One out single makes it first and second. Signhorse continuing to warm up. Everyone looking at the dugout. No movement yet. Torby's got his foot on that top step. But I think Arnold's going to be given another batter here. We haven't even had a mound visit yet. But now the tying run on. First pitch, slap foul. Jake Perry is 0 for 1 with a walk. Oh, 1 dances inside with the slider, 1-1. Again, True Signhorse still warming up with Thomas McGuire in the Hardhats pen. Arnold trying to post his 4th consecutive scoreless inning, protect this 4-2 lead. The tying run on. Pitch home. Outside. It'll be 2-1 to Perry. Don't want to lose him. Arnold having one of his better starts of the year. 2-1, a little cue shot to the left side. Messenger goes to the bag at third for the force. Heads up play to get the lead runner. 6-5 to nab Schumacher. That's a high IQ play for out number 2. So here's Kyle Chiriboga. Tying run still on first and second. The force play on a ground ball to the left side. 6-5. So it'll be up to the cleanup batter. He's got an RBI so far on a 1-for-2 day. Good pitch. 0-1. Oh, 1. Singled into center. And then underneath the glove of Vigorin, this will score 1 run. The other runner stays put at second. So racing around the bag, Poliak, and it's 4-3. And here comes Coach Torvey. Our first High Plains Physical Therapy Associates mound visit. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Entire infield's in, and I think they're going to give Arnold the go-ahead again. It looked like Seinhorst was thinking that he was going to come into the ball game. He stopped throwing, walked all the way to the edge of the fence, and he's going to return to the bullpen now. So Arnold will face at least one more batter. Second RBI for Chiriboga. And now first and second, tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. Here's Sam Sickink. RBI single and a walk so far for him on a pitch up for ball 1 now. 4-3, Hardhats still clinging to a 1-run lead in the home half of the 5th. 2 outs, so Arnold's still a pitch away from getting out of it. But you got to throw strikes. 2-0. That was the third hit of the inning. 7 hits now for Hopkins. They still trail by 1. And now 2-0 from Arnold. Spiked in the dirt. It's 3-0. A pitch away from loading them up. Seinhorst continues to throw. Three out, taken all the way for strike 1. Seinhorst has been warming up for a good 10 or 15 minutes. Three 1 is low. They're full. Go-ahead run now in scoring position, and here comes Coach Torvey. He let Arnold get another batter. He walked him, and now inheriting 3 runners will be True Seinhorst as he gets set to come in. We step aside. We'll tell you about the new pitcher next on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
RapidCity.com.
Well, a little drama there as True Signhorse comes in, throws a called strike, and then gets a fly out to Daniel Vigorin to end the inning. Dylan Corbett back here with you after the pitching change, and we'll keep things here through the break as we head into the sixth inning on top for the Hardhats, 4-3. Will Stein flying out, ending the threat. Isaac Arnold finishing out his work. And an effective start for Isaac Arnold. He went 4 2/3, 88 pitches. Again, a walk per inning, which is something that's still got to be addressed, but the strikeout was there. He scattered 7 hits, allowed 3 runs, and more importantly, held on to the lead. So we'll see if True Signhorse will get the go to try and close this out as he got a third of an inning under his belt. We'll see if he has the 6th and 7th in his future as well. Nick Kanitz has been absolutely flying through so far. He's given up 4 runs, but he's been pitching to contact and hasn't walked a single batter. He's only scattered 4 hits. But unfortunately, despite out-hitting the Hardhats have the advantage in the run column. Unfortunate for Hopkins, fortunate for the Hardhats. 4-3, we head into the 6th inning in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, service, and side-by-sides. Due up for the Hardhats, middle of the order, Alex Weaver, Blake Weaver, Jace Caldwell. Kanitz still out there firing, finishing up his warm-up tosses, and now Alex Weaver standing in. 6th inning, the first of 2. We're about an hour 15 into our ball game here, 10:23 local time. First pitch, showing bunt, gets it down the line, but foul. Tried to catch him napping. That'll bring Perry in even with the bag at third. But I assume we will not see another bunt from Alex Weaver. 0-1, a check swing. It's a called strike regardless, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Curveball just spoiled it. Jeez. 0-2. Spoiled again, out of play. Weaver lines it into Perry's glove at third. A little soft liner for out number 1. Here's Blake Weaver, who's 0 for 2. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Just 6 outs remaining for Hopkins and remaining for True Signhorse to try and lock down this save. They'll have the bottom of the order due up for the 6th. Strike to Blake Weaver, 1-1. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. He did not go, 2-1. Now 3-1 to Blake Weaver. Three ones in there for a strike low cut action fastball, and now it's full with 1 away and base is empty. Ball 4, 1 out walk. First time Blake Weaver's been aboard. There's Jace Caldwell. He's 0 for 1. fly out, hit by a pitch, scored that inning in the second. 3 runs in the second, 1 in the third for the Hardhats. They lead at 4-3. And Caldwell lifts it off the end of the bat to shallow center. It's the second baseman ranging out, making an over-the-shoulder grab. Schumacher with a nice play. 2 away. So here's Daniel Vigorin. Is 1 for 2, RBI double. Hardhats trying to get insurance. Still a chance. But looking a little bleak with 2 outs and a runner on first. First pitch ball to Vigorin. Ryan Schmidt would be next. He's got the knee pads on still. Catcher in waiting, throw to first. Keep forgetting it's Saturday. So we got a little day baseball in the majors. A lot of night games as well. Strike to Vigorin. WNBA tonight. Anyone? Pitch low, 2-1. Outside corner fastball will be 2-2. Runner takes off with the 2-2, and it's a good pitch to take off on. It's in the dirt. Stolen bag, Blake Weaver. Sets up potentially an insurance run coming home with a single. If Vigorin sees something he likes here with the 3-2. Again, that opens up the bag at first, and he'll take it. Ball 4. Ooh. The Hopkins faithful wasn't too keen on that, but that was clearly ball 4. Here's Ryan Schmidt. He's done some damage so far. 2-run single in his first appearance, and they grounded out in his second at-bat. Hardhats looking for insurance here in the 6th, leading just ever so slightly at 4-3. Schmidt out in front, pulls it foul off the fence. One and one to the catcher, Schmidt. Pulls it foul again, 1-2. One-two is labeled for the gap, and it is caught. Looking like Kevin Kiermaier out in center field, robbing extra bases and probably a couple of runs from Ryan Schmidt. Stung into the gap and taken away by Nelson in center. Wow, we'll see if that comes back to bite him as that saves a couple of runs. 4-3, Hopkins up to bat next in the home half of the 6th.
At USI, we take over 150 years of knowledge and experience gleaned from the expertise of over 6,000 industry-leading experts, serving more than 150,000 clients nationwide, and we put you at the center of that world. We customize and deliver best-in-class property and casualty, employee benefits, personal risk, and retirement solutions to provide superior results. We call it the USI One Advantage.
Drew Seinhorst back out there. He threw 2 pitches to get out of the jam in the 5th. And now he'll be asked to get 3 outs here in the 6th, likely 3 more in the 7th, in a 1-score game. Bottom of the order, it's Kyle Fiducia, 1 for 2, stolen base, base hit. Pops up the bunt. And it's going to be a base hit. Wow. Tough. It was kind of in between both Seinhorst and Schmidt. Schmidt tried to catch it in the air by diving, had to go off the glove. Would have been a tough play for Seinhorst, too, off a couple of high bounces. But 1 pitch and a popped-up bunt is going to let the tying run reach. That's the 8th hit for Hopkins, as they're just waiting to break through. Still down 4-3. Showing bunt, getting it down. Seinhorst, only 1 play, makes it at the bag at first, 1-3. So that'll keep the pitch count down for Seinhorst. Thank you very much. But now the tying run in scoring position with 1 away. And here's Jason Schumacher, who singled last trip. Pressure's on. You got Wyatt Nelson, who made a 5-star grab in center to end the inning. Ground ball left side. Going to be a tough play for Messenger, and he's just going to eat it. Infield hit. They're on the corners. Go-ahead run on base. Tying run 90 feet away. And here's Wyatt Nelson. Nelson 1 for 3. This will be his 4th trip to the batter's box. And he's looking to do damage. You could play around with this. Maybe a suicide squeeze. We've seen a couple of those attempted in this tournament, including a successful one from the Hardhats yesterday. Nasty breaking pitch in there for a strike. Buckles the knees of Nelson. It's going to be tough to turn 2 with Nelson's speed. That's why I'm a little surprised we're seeing double play depth. And I wonder if Schumacher wants to do some running over at first. I don't even think the team from Arkansas is here. This could be 2. It's a hot shot. 6, 4, 3. They get out of it. Drew Seinhorst gets the double play ball, and it's fielded beautifully by the Hardhats infield. 4-3, we keep a 1-run lead heading into the final inning on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
City.com.
4-3, Hardhats lead by 1 heading into the final inning. And the starter for Hopkins still out there as Canitz is still firing away warm-up tosses. Looks like he'll be, or excuse me, no, we have just gotten our new pitcher. They look the same out there. It's Jackson View, the new pitcher. So Canitz will finish 89 pitches through 6 innings, 4 runs on 4 hits. Only 3 of the 4 runs were earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Hardhats looking for insurance against the new pitcher. And the first pitch up, it'll be 9-1-2, Messenger Bachman. 1-0 showing bunt. Pulling it back, 2-0. That'll pull Perry in on the grass. 2-0, slap foul. That'll bang off the building, heads up. How many dents does this high school see per game? I guess the bricks help, but Messer rips it into left, a base hit. So there's the insurance run. He's on base, the leadoff single. Messer now 1 for 3. Here's Mason Messenger, who's 0 for 3 so far. Welcome to the ballgame, Jackson View, as he serves up a leadoff single in the 7th. McGuire's in the bullpen, and I think so is Tad Strabinsky. They might have just lost the ball, though. There's Tad trying to work what appears to be a pooper scooper, trying to get the lone bullpen ball, I guess they have. Showing bunt, pulling it back. Ball 1. That's actually kind of interesting because what happens if Tad Strabinsky doesn't get a chance to warm up? Is he coming in? Bunt down. Only play over to first, the 1-3 sack. So here's Bachman. He's going to kill me if he doesn't get a hit in this at-bat. 6-game hit streak on the line. I foiled his 12-game hit streak by letting him know he had it. Let him know he had a 6-game last night as we returned to the hotel. He said, thanks. Now I'm going hitless. I'm hoping for the RBI insurance base hit. Pitch home upstairs, 1-0. In on the fists, fouled back, 1-1. Strabinsky now just doing some light stretching in the pen. Seinhorst has thrown 7 pitches, and they've all been strikes. Pitch outside, 2-1. So I wonder if they're going to let Seinhorst go, and then if anyone reaches, they'll go to Strabinsky. Two one, smoked out to center. Giving chase, it's going to die out there. And the catch will be made by Nelson as tagging up and taking third is Messer, 2 away. Sorry, Bach. So here's Matt Hegry. He is 1 for 3, a pair of strikeouts and a double and a run scored. Insurance run 90 feet away and a pitch missing. Hegry just got a piece, fouls it back, 1-1. Strabinsky looks like he's going to begin throwing. He is. They must have located that baseball. One. Hegry gives it a ride. Do we have another great catch from Nelson? No, it's going to find the track and bounce up against the wall. Drew Messer just walked home from third, and there's your insurance run 5-3. Hegry's second double of the game and a big insurance run with the RBI. Good shot off the bat for Matt Hegry. And now here's Alex Weaver. Why not scratch another across? 2 outs and a runner on second. Pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Sickink. Imagine we'll start play for game 2. Probably around 10:30, but we'll see. Or here's lifted out, or rather 11:30, my mistake. That'll end the inning, but the damage done, an RBI double. Off the bat of Matt Hegre, a second extra base hit of the day, and it brings home an important insurance run. Hardhats lead it 5-3. It will be Seinhorst who will start the 7th inning. Sherbinski currently warming in the pen. We'll find out how this one ends next.
On 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
True Seinhorst back out there. Dylan Corbett here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. It'll be 2-3-4 as they look for the final couple of outs. This is shot out to deep left near the line. Blake Weaver's there for it. Nice read off the bat, out number 1. That was on the first pitch. Here's Jake Perry. Was stranded at third back in the 5th. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. They might not need Tad for this one if Seinhorst can get a 1-2-3. It's 5-3 Hardhats. We're in the final inning. There's a drop down to the sidearm, and we haven't seen that in a little bit. Maybe that's why. It's a single to right. I'm actually a proponent of the sidearm. I think the team we'll face next is basically that on steroids. I think they've got 3 different submarine throwers. Seinhorst the only one for post 22, and he drops it down once in a blue moon. I was actually talking to him about that not too long ago, a couple days back, because that's what I used to do, although I was not any good at it. First pitch, strike. So tying run at the plate, it's Kyle Chiriboga. Again, Sherbinski now beginning to warm with a little bit more urgency. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1. I still think this is Seinhorst's game unless the tying run reaches. But now the control looking a little lackluster. It's 2-1. Slap foul. 2-2. Seinhorst looking for a big pitch. Again, Seinhorst says, well, previous to this at-bat, had not thrown a ball. But in this at-bat, it is 2-2. He's looking for a big payoff pitch here with 1 away and a runner on. Drops it down, and it's the second hit off the submarine pitch. Now that tying run's on, and we peek at the Hardhats dugout. Is it Tad Sherbinski time? He's been warming up. I think he's warm. And Seinhorst is going to get another batter with the tying run on and 1 away. So back-to-back singles on that submarine pitch. Popped up. This will get out of play. An 0-1 count to Sam Sickink. who's been on base all 3 times, 2 walks and an RBI single. Tying run on at first. 5-3 Hardhats, 1 out. Sherbinski's been warming for the better part of an inning. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Turn and a look back. Pitch home, pop foul. Drifting out of play, 1-2. Hopkins has tallied 11 hits, and they've got only 3 runs to show for it. So runners in scoring position, they have not taken many great at-bats. 2-2. The Bryant Black Sox are in the building. They just rolled up. Big pitch here. Sherbinski appears ready in the pen. 2-2. Inside corner, called strike 3. Sicking, can't believe it. You might have a strong case. Will Stein will now stand in with 2 outs. Good action on that pitch from Seinhorst. Might have been a tad inside, but caught the corner in the umpire's book. So Seinhorst is going to look to close this out. Again, the winning run at the plate, it's Will Stein. He's 0 for 3. Sherbinski is going to stand and watch from the pen now, and I think this will be True's last batter. Win the game or if he gets on. Went back to the submarine pitch, and this time it's inside. 1-1. Stein, a pair of flyouts and a strikeout. Wow, swings through a breaking ball, made him look silly, and now it's 1-2. Can True shut the door? Went sidearm. Laid off, 2-2. Two-two pitch. High chopper. Bachman to first. Ball game. 5-3. Hardhats win it. A perfect 4-0 in the Omaha Classic so far. 5-3. Hardhats win it. Come from behind fashion. They trailed 2-0 after the first and squeak out a 5-3 win. Isaac Arnold, the winning pitcher. And the Hardhats continued their torrid stretch. They're now 25-9. They're 18-3 in their last 21 ball games. We'll wrap it up next. The High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post-game show. We'll run through the box score, give you our player of the game from this matchup, and then get you set for our final game in Omaha. It'll be the Bryant Black Sox and the Post-22 Hardhats. But first, the post-game show next. Let's wrap it up. Dylan Corbett with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, service, and side-by-sides. Matt Kearney back in the studios. Ricky Larson to my left. Hardhats, a 5-3 winner over the Hopkins Flyers from Minnesota. Perfect 4-0 start to the Omaha Classic. Looking for the perfect 5-0. They'll deal with the Bryant Black Sox from Arkansas in about 20 to 30 minutes or so. First, let's put a bow on this one. Mason Messenger 0 for 3. Ryan Bachman 0 for 4. Six-game hit streak snapped. My apologies. Matthew Haggerty 2 for 4, a run scored. He had a pair of doubles, one of which scored a run. He struck out the other 2 at bats. Alex Weaver 1 for 4, a run scored. Blake Weaver 0 for 2 with a walk. Jace Caldwell 0 for 2 with a run scored. Vigorin 1 for 2, a run scored. He also had an RBI double and a walk in his start. Ryan Schmidt 1 for 3. He had 2 RBI. Drew Messer 1 for 3 with a run scored as well. Pitching-wise, Isaac Arnold will get the win, 4 2/3, 3 runs on 7 hits and 4 walks, struck out 4. Drew Seinhorst worked around 4 hits in his 2 1/3 and got a strikeout to lock down the save. Drew Seinhorst shutting down the door. 5-3, the winner for the Hardhats. This is the abbreviated High Plains Physical Therapy Associates post-game show as we're getting you set for a game right after this between Bryant from Arkansas and the Hardhats, wrapping up the Omaha Classic here on this Saturday morning. Let's go ahead and name today's player of the game. Brought to you by, sponsored by Claiborne Lowson Sabres. Whether it is divorce, DUI, injury, or a business dispute, when you need someone to step up for you and your team, contact the law office of Claiborne Lowson Sabres. Right there at 605-721-1517. Player of the game, I got to think for this one. We just gave it to Ryan Schmidt, who continues to swing a hot bat. 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. We're going to go ahead and give this to Matt Hegre, who came up with that big RBI in the top of the 7th. Worked as an insurance run. He had 2 doubles for his 2 hits. The Claiborne Lowson Sabres player of the game, Matt Hegre, 2 for 4, a pair of doubles, run scored, and a crucial RBI in the 7th inning. So that puts the bow on this one as the Hardhats win at 5-3 over the Flyers. They're now 25-9. They're in an incredibly hot stretch as of late, and they look to go perfect in the Omaha Classic next as they will face the Bryant Black Sox from Arkansas. That'll be coming up in about 20 to 30 minutes or so. We'll rejoin you for the pregame show right around that time. For Matt Kearney back in the studios and Ricky Larson to my left, we'll be back with you shortly. For now, let's send things back to Fox Sports Radio.